Tuesday to you. For Topic Tuesday today, we are going to talk about the IT Cosmetics products that I have. So I've been talking about doing this video for a long time and I've had a lot of people ask me for it. And today we're finally going to talk about it. I don't have everything in the line and I'm not talking about brushes in this particular video. I'm just going to talk about kind of the makeup that I have versus the brushes. I will do a follow-up video on brushes. I've done one in the past, like on just the few IT Cosmetics brushes I had purchased from Ulta when those first came out. And in the new one, I will be doing all of those brushes, plus all of the other brushes I have from their permanent line, and anyway. So that's coming. So we are going to talk about products kind of from base on up. I think that just works the best in my brain. So the first thing that I have is this ginormous size of the IT Cosmetics CC Plus cream. And I've said before, and I will say it again, this was a nice product. I wasn't blown away by it. I think part of it for me maybe is that the shade just isn't right for me. And I have a huge container of this because I bought it in a kit and I wanted to have the other things from the kit. So I didn't want to send the kit back. I don't know. At any rate, I have it in light and I really think fair would have been a better match for me. And actually, they just had a new kit come out on QVC and I ordered that one in fair, hoping it would be a better match. But I don't quite know what to do with this. I might try to sell it on Instagram or something in case anybody is interested in it. I just hate that it's sitting here not being used. But at any rate, this gives very nice coverage. I find that I feel like it's a little bit moisturizing. I did a review on this back actually in April, so I will link that below for you as well. And I stand by those opinions still that I think it's nice. I just don't think it's, at least for me, it wasn't like, oh my gosh, holy grail. But everybody's skin is different. Okay, so they have two powder foundations like this that I have. I don't think they have any other ones. I think they just have these ones. So I did a review, I did a IT Cosmetics sort of review a long time ago, and I kind of, I didn't love this product at all. Since then I've changed my mind, but I've changed my mind on how I use it. So what I don't, and I have this shade in light medium. I think I probably am more of a light than a light medium, but I have it in light medium. And what I like this for a lot is to use over a foundation or a CC cream or a BB cream or something like that to add a little bit more coverage. And I like this in the summer. I feel like it's just a really nice, not too drying. But if I use this with kind of how they suggest you use it as your foundation all over, I find it to be very drying. So fluffy brush over a CC cream or a BB cream, or a really light foundation that you want to add a little bit more coverage to. Really nice product. Very smooth. You can see this one, I feel like this one pulls a little yellow. So just kind of an FYI for you there. All right, then the other one, and I talked this one to death, and I should have, I think I discovered this year, so I can't remember if I included this in my favorites or not, but I should have if I didn't. So this is the Celebration Foundation Illumination, and I have it in light, which is a nice match for me. I'll try to show you that right off the bat. I'm going to put it just a little bit below so you can see how much lighter it is than the light medium. It's the light, and the one above it is the light medium on the other one. This one is really nice. This is what I have all over my face today. I did not wear this today, by the way. It's just too dark for me. So I have this all over my face today, just slightly over the top of my foundation. This really does give your skin a little bit of luminosity. I have another product I'll talk about in a minute, kind of in some other places, but just a lovely powder. Again, I don't like this all over my face as foundation. I like it over the top of something. I don't know what it is about the IT Cosmetics powders that don't work. They don't seem to cover as well as they do like for Jamie when she does the demos on QVC. I mean, she has some serious rosacea and it just looks beautiful on her skin. This does, as does the other one when she's done. So I don't know if I'm missing the boat there, but I will say before anybody asks, I have not tried the Bye Bye Redness in the little pot. I will at some point, but I just haven't yet, so. All right, so then let's talk a little bit, actually, we'll talk about the powder. This is the Bye Bye Pores, and I use this today for the first time in a long time. I don't have really large pores, so I found that this was a very nice, I'm not sure, I can't really show you anything, but it's just a powder. It does come with, a couple of these comes with these super cute little puff things. Which is nice actually for keeping it in there. Again, I haven't used it in a very long time, so I have brought it back out and used it over the past couple of weeks here and there. And what I found that I like it for is just kind of my chin, where I do have a few pores. And a little bit before I'm filming, I've noticed, actually the past couple of videos, so I broke this back out again. I'm not oily, but I look a little bit shiny in my forehead sometimes, and I think it's just, you know, the brighter lights that I use for filming, because I film in the morning before the sun is up. But this is a nice product. If you haven't tried this, I think it's worth a shot. The brush that it came with when I bought it was this sort of brush, if I remember correctly. And this sort of brush, or a puff or anything else, it does really lend itself to kind of, you know, pressing it into the areas. So I a lot of times will just use the puff that is in here, just kind of press it on the areas there, and then brush off the extra with, you know, like a fluffy powder brush or something like that. So it is a nice powder. And what's funny is that I kind of had it in my, like, to sell or, you know, pass on little pile, and I pulled it out, and now I really am enjoying it. So I'll be keeping that. All right, let's talk about blush. Yeah, let's talk about blush. So what I have on today, and this is the newest of the two blushes that I have, is the CC Plus Radiance Ombre Blush. This is really pretty. I really like this. So again, that's what I have on my cheeks today. I tried to put it a little heavier because, like I said, I feel like I've been a little washed out in my videos. Like, not sure why. And this is in the shade Je ne sais quoi. Just gorgeous. And you really can, I feel like it's big enough that you can get into the area that you want with your brush. So I have, you know, mainly the darker color on my cheeks, and then I did run a little bit of this lightness up there, but the real glow that you're seeing is from something else, which I will talk about in a minute. But this wears very nicely. I feel like it blends into the skin nicely without too much effort. Nice product. I was really happy with this. This is the reason that I got the last kit from QVC, was because I really wanted that blush. What are you going to do? I'm sure they'll sell it by itself eventually if they don't already. I'll have everything that I can find linked below for you as well. So, bronzer. I used to have the big honkin' bronzer, which actually probably was the same size as this. But it's just I don't know, it's a really long name, but it's not ombre. It's just a regular bronzer. And that I sold to a friend, or on a blog sale. I don't remember which. At any rate, this is the CC Radiance Ombre Bronzer. And this is really nice. I have gone back and forth on it. I liked it, I didn't like it. I liked it, I didn't like it. And I do still think that I like it. It can be a little bit too dark if you're not careful with it. So I need to, you can see that it looks like it's really shimmery, but it doesn't come off quite as shimmery as it looks. Not sure how to show you that, but I pretty much stay in this zone right here. And you can see because I've worn off most of the shimmer in that area. So that's what the bronzer looks like right there. But so I will kind of stay in that zone, and then at kind of the end as I'm putting the brush through it, kind of flick it up into the other stuff and just use it to warm up my face. So I like this. I'm really going to like this in the summer, I think, because you can kind of get that added glow and put it, you know, more on my neck and that sort of thing. But have enjoyed this product, and I do recommend this product. I don't think I've said anything. The only thing I don't love is this. So far, anyway. Oh, I forgot another blush. Hello. Back to the blushes. So this one I purchased more so because I wanted to try this brush, which we'll talk about in a minute. And on QVC, you can get them both for a little bit better price. By the way, I paid for all these products myself. Neither IT Cosmetics nor QVC has any idea who I am. So this is the blush in Pretty and Peony. This is really, really pretty. I can't remember why. I just showed this in a video. And I don't remember exactly why it was, but there it is right there. So, so pretty. I love this. Oh, you know what? It was in my rehaul. I've been filming ahead, so. So pretty. Lasts forever. Really does give a little bit of a glow without being like shimmer crazy glitter. Very nice shade. Very, very nice shade. I think that they're a little bit pricey on their own if you're just buying the blush, but I like, but the deal with the brush and the blush together, it's hard to say, blush and brush together, was a good enough deal that I thought it was worth it. So if I can find that deal, if it's still available, I'll list that below for you as well. And then the last two face products that I have are Illuminizers. I cannot believe this got pushed to the back of my collection because I love this highlighter. And I don't even know, I'm sure that I talked about it at some point, but it's been a long time because I totally forgot about it. This This is the Hello Light Illuminating Powder. So it kind of has that rubbery packaging, kind of like the Celebration Foundation does, which doesn't thrill me because it gets dirty, but this is what I have on my cheeks today. Good gravy. So pretty. It's really soft. It is kind of a yellow gold highlight. I hope this is still available. I don't know if it is or not, but whew, I'm going to try to. I don't know if you'll be able to get that, but oh man, I love, love, love this highlight. So pretty. Now you guys are going to be sick of seeing that because now that I've rediscovered it, it's going to be out. I'm going to be using it a lot. The last one is the IT Cosmetics Airbrush Illuminizer, and this is Poreless Finish HD Illuminizer. I remember being on a wait list for this forever, and this actually, the brush that I got with this is the one I've been using for bronzer lately, which is the ball brush. That's the brush that came with this. Doesn't that seem strange? But whatever. So this is a loose one, has a little puff in there. All right, so there's a swatch of it. It's a lighter highlighter, where this one is a little more gold, kind of champagne. It's a little more kind of white gold, if that makes some sense to you. It's very pretty, but I will tell you that I don't use it very often because it's loose. And I find that a little bit difficult to work with. But it's very pretty, and it really blends nicely into the skin as well. But I just don't use it very often because, like I said, it's loose and it's a little bit of a mess. And you only use, you know, the tiniest little bit of it. I think if you got this, it would last forever. I don't know if people use this all over their face or not, but I wouldn't. That'd be a little too much glowiness for me. All right, so I have one eyeliner, and I'm just going to briefly mention this because I just started using this. And this is the No Tug Waterproof Gel Liner. I have the shade in Black Brown. I think it came in the same kit as the CC. No. I think it came in the same kit as the Ombre Blush. So that's the shade right there. It's very nice. I don't find it to be super creamy, actually, you know, for the No Tug, but I've just started playing with it, so I will at some point, you know, bring you back some information on it. I will say that it does well at staying on the upper waterline and not transferring down to the lower waterline. I've learned that much about it, and it is waterproof, if I remember correctly. Yes, waterproof. So I'll have more on that in the future. I did want to give it a quick mention because it is nice. It's just not quite as creamy as I expected it to be for the name. So the mascara that I have from them, this is the only one that I have tried, if I remember. I haven't tried the one with the little torture ball, and I just recently got the one with the fibers in it, so when I do that, I will report back. But okay, so I was just reading this. It's the Full Lash Length Black Primer with Peptide Enhancing Serum, and it's waterproof. That's so funny because I have used it as like my first coat, but I didn't realize it was a primer. Today, and I will zoom you in here in a minute, today I used just this so that you guys could see what it would look like. That's the teeny tiny brush, isn't that crazy? But it really does allow you to get right at your base of your lashes and lift up. Now my lashes have a little bit of curl in them to begin with. I don't curl my eyelashes, so just as an FYI, but I like this for my upper lashes, like I said, kind of my first step, and it really does lift them up a little bit because you can get right in there and lift up. So let me zoom you in quickly. So this is what they look like. That's all I have. That's the only mascara I have on them. And I'm not sure, hopefully you guys can see that. I've never really done close-up mascara before. So this is waterproof and but not difficult to remove. I've been using it, like I said, a lot as kind of my base layer to kind of just get my lashes started, and then I put mascara over the top of it. But I like this. This is interesting, by the way. You would think that this is the part that comes out, but it's really this part that comes out. So I find that interesting. Alrighty then. Eyeshadow. The only eyeshadow palette that I have still from IT Cosmetics is this one. And there's a long name, but it's like the Luxe. I will list it below for you guys. I love this one. I've talked about this one a bunch. I've done a 4 Looks 1 palette with this. I used, before anybody asks me, the Naturally Pretty palette. I did not like that. I actually sent that to, I believe I sent that to my friend Natalie. It just wasn't my favorite palette. I didn't love it. I did a 4 Looks 1 palette with it and then, you know, passed it on. And because I didn't love it, I didn't get the new one that came out this year. So just personal preference, really. But these are the shades in this palette. These are so nice. They're very blendable. It's a nice kind of array of colors with a few pops in there. And like I said, I've done a 4 Looks 1 palette with this, which I'll list below for you guys, but I really like this. I'm happy. I still go back to this quite a bit. It's not, sometimes I'll do one of those videos and then I don't go back to the palette for months. This one I revisit at least on a monthly basis, so I really like that one. Lastly, I have a couple of lip products. So what I have on my lips today is the Vitality Lip Flush in Je ne sais quoi. So it's just one that will, you know, your chemistry, it works with your chemistry to give you your perfect shade. So mine always is kind of like this lighter pink color, nothing super crazy. I love this, especially in the winter. So moisturizing. I just wanna, But seriously, it's very, very nice. And like I said, for me, it's a great, just kind of a light pink, very wearable color. The last lip product that I have from them is the IT Cosmetics CC Plus Lip Serum in Love. And I love this packaging. Actually, I think it's really pretty and cute. And this is just a really nice kind of, well, it's a lip gloss, but it has more pigment to it, I think, than most lip glosses. I'm going to share this out a little bit so it looks like that. Very nice, nothing super crazy. The wand is one that kind of has that hole in it, so it collects product. And it's, you know, supposed to be, you won't have to go back to the tube as much. And it comes to a little point so that you can kind of outline your lips. It's nice. Again, it's nothing earth-shattering, and I have a feeling the price point on that is probably a little bit higher than I'd want to pay for something that I don't find to be earth-shattering. But at any rate, so I hope that this was helpful and it brought you some information. If you have any questions, go ahead and leave them down below. And I think I pretty much told you everything that I have on my face today, so I will just very quickly tell you what shadows I used from this palette. I used this one just in my crease, and I used this one on my outer 2/3, this one on my inner third, and then deepened things up just a little bit with that one, and that's what I brought beneath my lower lash line. So, and I think you know everything else. So thank you guys so much for watching. I hope that you're having a great day, and I will talk to you very soon. Bye!